No one can serve two masters. We cannot serve God and mammon. Today's gospel challenges us with this powerful question: who is your master? Who do we serve? Who truly consumes my energy and my resources? To whom I dedicate my time and attention? Who sets the tone for my lifestyle or influence my decision making? Jesus is very straightforward today and challenges us in the depth of our hearts to answer that question. Who truly is the most important voice and influence in my life? Who shapes me, who you are, my happiness, my dreams, my joy as a person on earth? As people of faith, we do our best to honor our God, and we promise Him to put Him at the center of our lives. But trying to do it, we realize day after day that it's not that easy. That with broken nature, time after time, we fail to deliver, and quite often, unfortunately, we follow wrong masters. The world is beautiful, and God wants us to enjoy it. But sometimes it happens that we might enjoy it too much. He loves us so much that He gave us the freedom, and it takes courage and wisdom to use that freedom wisely, to do the things that truly build us up and lead us towards our true home. So the Lord today invites us with humility of heart to step aside and ask ourselves those deep questions. Am I truly happy? Is my path of life leading me to eternity? Is it all what I can do? He invites us today to recognize how broken we are and how much better off we are if we truly allow Him to come to our hearts and become our companion. He truly loves us, and His love has the power to change our lives. That's why He invites us to embark on a journey, relationship with Him for the rest of our lives. He tells us we cannot have two masters. And if we trust ourselves too much in the promises of this world, the world is really, really beautiful and can bring a lot of goodness. But He reminds us it's limited and cannot bring the fulfillment. And no matter how much it gives us, will never be enough. We'll always be hungry for more. We can only complete ourselves if we add to this beautiful picture God and put Him in the center of our life. Only then, with His grace, we can find the right path and truly be transformed and bring that goodness to our families and the world around us. So I will conclude my reflection today with this question: who is your master? Who shapes your life? Who dictates the direction for your life? Now, my friends, I would like to invite our seminarian Ben. This weekend we celebrate seminary appeal, during which we invite our seminarians to reflect on their experience at the Mandalay Seminary, and today's second collection will be to support our seminary system. Let us welcome Ben.
Thank you, Bishop. It is a great joy for me to be back here at St. Julie. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ben Anderson. I grew up going here to St. Julie for Mass. I'm a seminarian for the Archdiocese of Chicago, currently in my 4th year of 7 total. On July 6, 2013, just 4 months into his papacy, Pope Francis had an address with seminarians. In his relatively short speech, he used the word joy over 40 times. He starts off by looking at whether joy comes from possessions, extreme experiences, success, or anything worldly. He quickly comes to the conclusion that while those things can lead to temporary joy, true joy comes from following God's call, loving and being loved, relationships and encounter. He goes on to say, quote, "The joy of the encounter with God and with his call does not lead to shutting oneself in, but to opening oneself. It leads to service in the church." As I reflect on these past 3 years, the joy of that encounter I have with God that brought me to the seminary has led me to so many experiences that I never could have imagined to learn how to better serve his church. The joyful encounter has led me to Boston to learn American Sign Language, and now going to see St. Francis Borgia Deaf Center every Sunday to serve Mass, teach religious ed, learn from Father Joe Mulcrone, and be involved with the parish to, God willing, serving the deaf community here in Chicago one day. It has led me to Pura, Peru twice to learn about sacrifice and spiritual fatherhood. It has led me to Washington, D.C. and West Humboldt Park to serve the homeless and impoverished, to learn to encounter God through the person right in front of me, no matter their situation in life. It has led me to relationships with my brother seminarians that leads to deeper encounters with God. That joyful yes brings me to the classroom each day. There I study theology, not only with my mind, but also with my heart, learning how to love God and his people more. And of course, that joyful yes has brought me to a deeper prayer life. Every day at the seminary is surrounded by prayer, from liturgy of the hours, daily mass, holy hours, prayer before or after class. It is through my prayer life that I experience the great joy of following God's call for my life. As I reflect on the 3 years I've completed in the seminary, that word joy best summarizes how I feel. As Pope Francis later says in his speech, "Good spreads and joy also spreads. Do not be afraid to show the joy of having answered the Lord's call, of having responded to his choice of love, and of bearing witness to the gospel in service to the church. And joy, true joy, is contagious. It impels one forward." Those experiences were only possible because of your generosity. Your support allows me and my brother seminarians to grow into, God willing, the priests that God is calling us to. In order for my brother seminarians and I to be able to continue to joyfully say yes to God's call, we need your help. Today at Mass, there'll be a second collection. The money that you donate will go to things like seminary tuition, books, summer assignments, and any other expenses regarding priestly formation. And as always, we need your prayers. So please pray for me, pray for all the seminarians at Mundelein Seminary, and please pray for an increase in vocations to the priesthood, particularly here in the Archdiocese of Chicago. And as always, know of my prayers for you. Thank you.